Welcome back to Teetotaling Timelords. If you're a returning viewer. If you're a new viewer, welcome. Teetotaling Timelords stops time. Tell your friends. Here at Teetotaling Timelords, we primarily talk about Doctor Who, even if it doesn't seem that way, since our last episode was mostly about Sherlock, and this episode is not about Doctor Who at all. But our goal is to talk mostly about Doctor Who and other fandoms, and just nerd culture in general. I'm Drew, and I'm the co-host here at Teetotaling Timelords, and I like Doctor Who. If you watched our last video, you would know that Jerome challenged me to explain the connection between Severus Snape and Kylo Ren. Now, in case you hadn't figured it out, there will be spoilers here of both Star Wars, The Force Awakens, and Harry Potter. So, you've been warned, there will be spoilers, all the spoilers. If you're still watching, thanks! If you're not, well, I hope that counted for our view count. So I have this pretty crazy theory, I think, that Kylo Ren and Severus Snape are, in fact, the same exact person, just in not-so-parallel universes. There's a lot of obvious ones, like they both have long black hair and a prominent nose and have a fairly pale complexion. Those are obvious, and any first grader can pick that out. But there are a couple more that are slightly harder and more complex. Just so you know, I have seen Force Awakens, as of the time of this recording, 3 times in theaters, and I've read all the books of Harry Potter and seen all the movies a number of times. But since we're not talking about Doctor Who, I need to get something. Hello, I'm back. Just need to get my Hufflepuff scarf. So, my theory is that Kylo Ren and Severus Snape are in fact the same person. Let's start with their bloodlines. They're both half-bloods, if you think about it. Severus Snape, his mother was a wizard, and his father was a muggle. This also applies to Kylo Ren. Princess Leia is the Force-sensitive in his family, and Han Solo is not a Force-sensitive, so he's like a half-blood Force user. Both Kylo Ren and Severus Snape are conflicted about their connection to the light side and the dark side. They both are going back and forth and always feeling pulls to one side or the other. Severus Snape was a Death Eater and then suddenly became the good guy and Dumbledore's right-hand man, but was still playing the dark side. Kylo Ren was being trained as a Jedi by Luke, but then he turned and killed everyone, but is still feeling that pull and has to kill his father to try to overcome that. Another kind of interesting connection is that Severus Snape adopted a moniker when he was being evil, the Half-Blood Prince, and then so did Ben Solo. He adopted the name Kylo Ren when he became a bad guy. Another connection between the two of them is that they both kill someone who's very strong in the light side of their universe. Kylo Ren kills Han Solo, for example, who's this heroic figure of the rebellion in the light side of the Force. And then Snape kills Dumbledore, who is the leader of the light side. I'm currently working on reading Dune Messiah, the second book in the Dune Chronicles, and I'm thoroughly surprised with how I feel about it. Like, I had heard that it was the worst book and that it was very slow and just arduous, but I'm really enjoying reading it. I'm about 10 pages from the end, so I have almost a full opinion of it, and I've just been really surprised. I was expecting it to not go very well, but I was wrong. It's actually pretty good. So if the other ones are better, I'm excited to see how they're better. The first one was fantastic, but the second one is pretty good too. So if that's the worst one, I'm excited to see what's next. Since I've used pretty much all of my video answering Jerome's question that he gave me last week about the connection between Kylo Ren and Severus Snape, I give him a question. If you could travel with any of the Doctors, who would you travel with and why?